And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact.
And hi again, everybody.
Defender after a big running play against my group. I'm actually happy to see a draw play. Why? It takes a little bit longer to develop, and that gives me a chance to diagnose it and get to the play quickly.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Arthur Moats charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. Prescott to throw it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. They send Stills in motion. Now Elliott. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
It's a keeper with Prescott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Prescott to throw this time. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bruce Irvin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A second down throw for Prescott. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Third and long for Prescott. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down, Prescott. Caught by Nelson left side. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. First down now, but that clock rolling. Prescott looks to throw on first. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Looking to throw. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Prescott now. Throw left side complete. It's Nelson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And again, it's Prescott.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Devontae Freeman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On second down, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Prescott on first down. He's going to sling this deep down. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howell. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yeah, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Nick Perry coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. 20. And Olsen over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they got 29 yards there. Good enough for an Oakland first down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. First down carry by Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. On play action. Now Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Hopkins from 17 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They juked him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Prescott now on 2nd down.
Some runs are
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Prescott. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Raiders. 47 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves them with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead no matter what. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And give them a gain of 37.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
The left side caught by Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Second down following the incompletion. Here's Prescott. That's caught right side by Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. You give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Prescott. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Prescott. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Man, too broke to pay attention. Man. Yeah. Man, listen.